the Circuit High Court in Saldanha on the West Coast has heard Joshlin Smith's mother, Kelly, a statement regarding the last time she saw her child. It was read into the record during the trial currently underway. According to the statement, Kelly says the last time she saw Joslin was when she was playing outside their home the afternoon of the 19th of February last year. She faces charges related to the disappearance of the child. Here's SABC News reporter Coben August.
Day 3 in the trial into the disappearance of little Joslin Smith, who disappeared here in Saldanha on the West Coast more than a year ago. During today's court proceedings, one of the police officers who was part of the initial search team recounted some of his evidence and his testimony once again, just sharing us some of the observations and the experiences that he had during those initial few hours when they were searching for Joslin. But before he started giving his evidence again today, the plea explanations were also read out from the 3 accused. And during that plea explanation, Joslin's mother, Kelly Smith, she made submissions through her legal counsel regarding her version of events around the last time that she saw her little girl, Joslin, alive and playing. Joining us now to give us a bit of an update on court proceedings here, we are joined by the spokesperson for the NPA in the Western Cape, Ntabazalila. Eric, thank you so much for your time. Just maybe give us an update again on what's happening.
Oh, well, we can confirm that we started the day with the reading of the plea explanations into the record, where the 3 accused give a version of their own version of what has happened. After that, we started with the cross-examination of our second witness, which is Constable Kobese. You'll remember Constable Kobese was a second police officer who was at the scene, or were the first people to respond to the call of the loss of the child. He's going through the cross-examination now. The plea explanation were read, and we had in some parts of the plea explanations of the 3 that there are some differences in what they said, in what they are saying, and what has been said by the police officers, and also in what their lawyers, legal representatives, cross-examined the police officers. For example, it was put to Constable Kongota. There are some differences. I can't recall now, but there are some material differences. But we hope that as case goes by, we'll be able to question them on those, especially when they take the stand in defense of their case.
Sure. And during the mother, Kelly Smith's plea explanation, she gave us a bit of a version of her last sighting, the last time she saw Joslin alive. And she indicated that she came home at 12 o'clock in her statement. And when she was there at home at 12 o'clock, the child was still there. But when she came home later that day, on the 19th of February, the accused number 1, her boyfriend was there, but the child wasn't there anymore. So according to the statement, from what we've heard so far, there are some inconsistencies with her statement regarding those last moments.
Look, if you listen to what accused 1 says in his statement, plea explanation, you'll find that he does not mention, you remember, in yesterday there was a mention that when Kelly arrived, she asked for where the child was. And she was told that the Rens, a lady they were smoking deck with, had sent the child to go look, to check on her own child, right, who was sleeping at a house nearby. But in his statement, he does not mention that the Rens was there. I mean, Rens asked the child. She also mentions that Rens was there earlier in the morning and they smoked. In the testimony of the police officers, it's not there. And also, she introduced a lot of other people who were not available, I mean, in the testimonies of the police officers. But we'll be able to question them on those plea explanations and on their version of the case when we start with the cross-examination of them.
Okay. Eric, thank you so much for your time. We wish you all of the best. Okay. Thank you. Well, of course, that was the NPA spokesperson here in the Western Cape, Eric Ntabazalila, just giving us a bit of an overview of the court proceedings that unfolded here today in the Circuit High Court in Saldanha. Of course, this in relation to the disappearance of Joslin Smith, the little girl who went missing in this area more than a year ago. And the search is continuing. She is yet to be found.